Everyone, welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today is Tuesday, it's the end of the long weekend, and we're back to work, we're back to the routine and back to regular everyday life. And today I want to actually talk about finding what works for you, because I love this topic. This is one of my favorite topics because, as you guys know, I work with people for a living. I coach them and help people with their diets, and I host a bunch of programs online with raw foods and juicing and all sorts of stuff. And the one thing that I've come to notice quite a bit, and I find to be quite fascinating, is how different people are. There is no one set diet or one set way of life that's going to suit everyone and that's going to heal everyone and change everyone's lives. It just, as much as we'd love it to be that way, it doesn't work that way. Everyone is different. Everyone comes from different health backgrounds, different metabolisms, different levels of energy, different health conditions that they're dealing with, and the symptoms that come with it. Everyone is different, and what's great about that is finding what works for you. And that's what brings people to like my videos and brings people looking into raw foods and natural health and different ways of just changing their diets so that they can feel better, that they have more energy, that they're reversing chronic health conditions, or that they're losing weight, or whatever it is that's holding them back from reaching their highest potential. By tweaking and altering and changing your diet in different ways, you can actually really change many things in your life and allow your body to heal and allow your body to get to its perfect place. But it's also a matter of trying and experimenting and doing different things to see what works for you and what doesn't. And I kind of want to actually share with you guys an experience of a woman that has been joining the 10-day juice fast that I've been hosting, and she's been joining it like for 5 months. Okay, since January, every month she's been doing the 10-day juice fast with us, and she's lost 20 pounds and has kept it off. Okay, so it's been like 5 months, 20 pounds gone, kept off, and she's just keep going. And what she's been doing is she does the 10-day juice fast with us, and then for the 3 weeks after that, she goes back to eating regular food. She does eat a lot of raw foods, but she's not 100% raw. She does add some cooked foods in, and here and there she even has some treats. But what has helped her and what she found to work for her is doing the 10-day juice fast every month, because she enjoys the juices, first of all. Most importantly, she enjoys it. Plus, it helps to sort of reset her appetite. It helps her to let go of different cravings. And it's just helped her to sort of get her sort of food addictions and different things in check and in balance. And ultimately, too, is that when you do a juice fast, you're taking time off of solid food. That for a lot of people, when they start reintegrating solid food back into their diet, they're able to do it in a slow manner, that they're able to be really mindful about what they're eating, and maybe more mindful about what they're eating and how much they're eating, more so than they've ever been in their entire life. That they really appreciate their food, but also take it slow, and they're just more aware of it, that they find themselves eating less, and especially not eating so much out of emotional needs, but more eating due to physical needs and appetite. A lot of times doing fasts, you sort of reconnect with your appetite, and you learn, okay, when am I full, instead of when is my mind full, or when have I numbed myself out or used food in an emotional way or for an emotional response. Instead of going that way, you reconnect with your stomach and with your appetite, and you hear and feel the clues as to like, okay, time, I'm finished, done with the meal. Rather than a lot of times when people are eating regular food, and a lot of times they're not listening to the triggers their body's giving them, that they've had enough and they continue to overeat. So fasting helps a lot with that, and it also shrinks the stomach and the appetite. And so for this woman, and her name's Avril, by the way, she, every month, she is doing the juice fast, she's losing weight, keeping it off, and then goes back to doing the fast again. And this has worked for her. And the reason why I'm actually mentioning this is because she joined the 7-day raw food challenge we had last week, and it was amazing to me because she said on the forum, she said, this is really hard. She's like, the 10-day juice fast, I can do it, no problem. She's like, 10 days of juices, she's like, she enjoys it. She doesn't even think about it. It's easy. But to do 7 days of eating raw foods and a raw food diet with raw food recipes, she's like, during the day it's fine, but by the evening she has a craving for her cooked food. And and she was amazed by this, and I was really amazed by it, because I see this a lot, that it's like there's someone else that does the juice fast and it's like, this is hard, and they can't do it, but then doing 7 days on raw food, it's simple. They don't even think about it. They love it. It's easy. And it just goes to show that everyone is different. No two people are exactly the same. And, two people might have the same health conditions, might have even the same goals. They might want to lose the same amount of weight, but in order to do so, in order for them to meet their goals, they might do 2 different things and still get there. So the one thing that, people are always asking me, what do I think about this diet system, or what do I think about what this person teaches? And a lot of times my view is that, the moment that someone gets up and says, this is the diet you should be on, and you got to follow this, and you got to do this, and this is the only way, and you got to follow this for the rest of your life, for me that's a big red flag. It's all right to do to jump into something and experiment with it for a while, but to set out and tell someone that for the rest of their life they got to follow this kind of diet, and this is the only diet that works, I question that a lot, and I find that to be more dogma than anything, especially because people are just coming from such different health backgrounds, and different conditions that they're dealing with, which influence how their body's going to react to different foods. So, there's so many things you have to take into consideration, but the number one thing is really listening to your body and listening to yourself. And, and it's just interesting for me to see, hosting the 7-day raw food challenge, and just seeing how, some people, they lose a crazy amount of weight, in 7 days. One man lost 13 pounds in 1 week, and then there's other participants that are like, we only lost 2. And it's like, but you lost 2 pounds in 1 week. That's fantastic, but everyone is different. Some people lose a lot of weight because, and then there's some people that lose very little. But the main thing is that you can never compare yourself to other people. And it's the same thing with, if 2 people are trying to change the same illness, they'd be doing it in different ways, and their body would react to things in different ways and heal at different speeds. So, never ever compare yourself to anyone. Only compare yourself to who you were before. For me, that's always when I get perspective, was what was I like before I tried this? Was I healthier, or was I weaker? Was I sicker? Was I more overweight? And then you'll know, okay, is this working for me or is it not? So the main thing is always checking back in with yourself and listening to yourself. And, and for Avril, who's been doing the 10-day juice fast for the past 5 months, for her, this is something where she's just like, it works for me, so I just got to do it. And she doesn't think about it, she just does it. So on that note, I'm going to leave you guys wishing you a fabulous day. And if you do want to join the next 10-day juice fast or the next 7-day raw food challenge, every month I host these. So just go to my website at www.rawradianthealth.com and either click on juice fasting or 7-day challenge. Or if you want a consultation with me, I also do coaching, so check into that as well. I'm wishing you guys a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!